Hi, my name is Jared Walton, and I'll be discussing Vaisa's Bhagavad Gita today, also known as the three-theme thriller to me. For future reference, I'll refer to the Bhagavad Gita as just BG. It's shorter and easier to say. Getting started here. Before reading the BG, I had absolutely no idea what to expect. Hearing about the piece beforehand and doing a little research myself, I assumed that because the BG inspired such peaceful leaders like MLK and Gandhi, it would ultimately end in a peaceful solution. In the beginning of BG, Arjuna states, "Though they are prepared to slay us, I do not wish to murder them." This is chapter 1, line 35. Immediately from that point on, I thought I was able to predict which direction the story would flow in. I have been watched multiple series on Netflix over this interim break, and this story by far hit me with the biggest curveball. After reading the BG, I was not only surprised with the ending of it, but also surprised by the three main themes that Vaisa uses to teach the reader a lesson. He teaches us that it is important to always respond to situations with the most righteous actions, be unattached to our actions, and not to waste energy on things out of our control. Starting with the idea of making the most righteous choices possible, Krishna explains to Arjuna that it is important to realize that situations require certain courses of actions. Originally, Arjuna is unwilling to fight until Krishna explains that warfare can be righteous depending on what a person is fighting for. If a person engages in warfare for the means to get rid of evil, then this warfare can be considered righteous. Krishna goes on to say, if you turn from righteous warfare, your behavior will be evil, for you will have both abandoned your duty and your honored name. This is in chapter 2, line 33. Taking part in the righteous action instead of the wanted action is a lesson that will be continued to be passed down for a long time. And it is a good thing that it will be, because there will always be room for action that promote good and discourage evil. For the next theme, I chose to live unattached. This goes pretty much hand in hand with my third theme. Even though Krishna explains to Arjuna that he must fight so that he doesn't partake in evil, Arjuna is still unsure if he should take part in the battle or not. In an effort to help Arjuna see that the war is the best possible option, Krishna explains that Arjuna must allow himself to become unattached to his actions. By doing this, he will be able to complete his actions selflessly. Krishna goes on to say, therefore, without being attached to the fruits of activities, one should act as a manner of duty. For by working without attachment, one attains the supreme. This is in chapter 3, lines 21 or 23. Krishna explains that the world is bound by the actions, so one must become unattached to the actions because these actions must happen anyway. This is easily related to the idea of not wasting energy, which is my third action, or which is my third theme, and also known as live life in the present. But this is easily related to the idea of not wasting energy on actions that have occurred or will occur in the future. People have trouble living in the present, especially in today's world. Krishna goes on to say, although you seem to speak wisely, you have mourned those not to be mourned. The wise do not grieve for those gone, or for those who are not yet gone. This is in chapter 2, line 11. Life takes you for a ride and is an emotional roller coaster. But if you take it one day at a time, waking up each morning with good energy, life becomes a whole lot easier. In conclusion, Vaisa uses his literary skills to promote three main themes throughout the BG. No matter what an action it consists of, it is the most righteous action of the available options should be chosen. He also explains how people should be unattached to their actions in order for them to not complete these actions selfishly. He goes on to say that being attached to one action is a sign of ignorance. It is important to make sure we do not sulk on actions committed in the past, and that we do not worry about actions to be committed in the present, especially because we have no say on these actions. These themes and life lessons will always be important to understand, and if we allow ourselves to live by just some of the lessons Vaisa teaches us throughout his piece of literature, we will be able to live our best life. Thank you.